2014 Nissan Altima. These are the notorious QR25 motors. I think they're turds if you ask me. But whatever. I'm gonna document what needs to be documented here. That is the new front door. The block decided to open up for us and let us see what's in the block. So that is the crank you're looking at there. And who knows what the piston looks like inside. I gotta get this motor out and go from there, but definitely blew a hole right through the block. These are very weak motors. They blow head gaskets easily. I've seen multiple of these engines crack or blow out. It's just like Nissan should have a recall on these blocks. The Honda Civics weren't much better. They had the same issues with the little 1.7s on the Hondas, blowing out blocks. They actually had a recall on those, I think in 2010. So yeah, we're gonna pull this whole motor out, and we got a new motor we're gonna put in it. It's a clean one. I mean, the car looks clean. That's how people buy these things, because girls see them and they look pretty, right, on the outside, but really they're turds. The transmissions are made out of glass. We call them glass transmissions. This is the SV model Pure Drive, right? They always come up with fancy names to make you want to buy it. Altima. And it is a 2014. See if we can get a production month off of this thing. 9 of 13. There you go. 9 of 13. Chick cars, you know, they bedazzle everything they own. But yeah, so motors are turd. Girls buy them because they look good. Transmissions are not that reliable either. This is the car just came in. I just tore all this apart, all the plastics, everything, just to be able to really diag what's going on. Technically, the cylinder head in this motor is still good. Transmission's still good. The block is trash. That battery doesn't look like it's much good either. I would put a new battery in it. It's looking kind of rough. We're gonna be putting new motor mounts in it. I got another motor back in here. I'm gonna show y'all. Kill this shop fan. All right. And so here's the motor we picked up from Green Star. And I think this is the tag for it. 2014 with 97K on it. And they offer you a lifetime warranty for an additional amount of buckaroos if you so want to pay for it. And we did. So this motor comes with a lifetime warranty on the motor and on the engine. So the next time it goes bad, they'll replace it and pay for the labor to have it replaced. Can't beat that. Again, same motor, QR25 series. I like the way Green Star Auto Recyclers blocks everything off so nothing gets in there. This was even blocked off too. I opened it up to get a look inside of it. They mark the cylinder head green. They mark the block green. They have a lot of different places they mark the engine just to make sure that nobody tries to return an engine that's not theirs and try to do something slick. I removed the valve cover to show y'all just how deliciously yummy it looks in here. Look how beautiful this motor is internally. It says 97K. This thing to me looks like it's 0K. Where's the sludge? Where's the brown goldish stain from cheap oil? You have none of this. Whoever owned this engine for 97K, they're nothing but synthetic oil changes and did it religiously on time as they should. because this is the cleanest cylinder head I've ever seen for 97K on it. I wonder if the head gasket's already been done. But I was looking and it looks like a pretty original head gasket. So I'm going to say no. Yeah, I'm going to say this has not been done. So we're redoing this motor before we drop it in. Really important to actually care enough to replace all your high pressure seals, like your crank seal. We'll be getting a new crank seal, new cam seal in the front. I will release the drain bolts for the block and get anything that's in there out. Yeah, I mean, this motor looks like brand new, literally. It's like it's used, but to me, this is a new engine, brand new engine. And so everywhere you look, it's just impressive. This is the front of the motor where the block cracked on the other one. It blew out here, and all the oil was coming out of there. So this block seems to be pretty healthy, in good condition. This is actually the back side of the motor. It blew out on the front side. Forgive me. I was looking at the intake thinking it's the exhaust. It blew out over here, above the oil stick. So yeah, this motor looks nice and healthy. We will get it dropped in. We will get it all cleaned up, put new seals on it, and get it installed in that car. I will not even be using this PCV valve or this valve cover, even though it looks good on the outside, but these valve stem seals, they get hardened up, and good luck getting them out without cracking the plastic. And then if you don't replace those, you leak oil into your spark plug tube seals. And then you have misfires and things of that nature. So we are going to put a new valve cover, a whole new valve cover with new tube seals and new PCV and everything on this. Everything will be replaced, new belt, new water pump, you name it. Popping the front timing cover off, inspecting the timing chain, doing the whole shish kebab. Even going to service the automatic transmission, replacing all new coils. So yeah, we're gonna go all out on it. Just because the car is clean. It is a low mileage car. I believe it's at 142, if I'm correct. Let's see. I need to get the key or it won't tell me. I believe it's at 142. This video is not for the purpose of teaching you how to do an engine swap. It is for, I label everything in plastic baggies just because it makes life so much easier. Excuse me, I had to put the phone down to get the fob out. We don't have a battery connected yet. That's why we're not getting nothing here, y'all. Okay, now we should be able to get a mileage. There we go. 143,964 might as well be 144. You're like 40K, less than 40K, 30 something, 36K away from 144. So 143,964. So it will be getting a new engine, and it'll technically have 97K on it. But technically, if you want to get even more technical, it's going to have less than 97K, because the new motor is not just going in with 97K, it's going in with a buttload of preventative maintenance done to it that should be done. So it's really like if it had less than 97K. It'll have the warranty. Everything will get done, motor mounts, air filter, even cabin air filter, you name it. We're doing it all while we got it here. I will talk them into getting out that old dingy battery and getting a new one in there. But yeah, it's gonna need a new dipstick too. The oil dipstick, another thing Nissan is notorious for. These let's see if I can get a better angle with this little iPhone camera. They get hard in there, and there's a little O-ring, and it just, people go to yank on it, it's plastic and it breaks. So the new engine didn't come with one from the junkyard. So normally sometimes they leave it. I guess they broke it at the junkyard and didn't include it in the new engine. So we're gonna need to, this camera's not focusing. We're gonna need to order a new oil dipstick for her car. And yeah, massive hole in the block. So this is just kind of like the before, just to document where we're at. I got a lot of projects going on, so I'm gonna be not working on this full on. I'm gonna be work on it, work on something else, work on it, work on something else, back and forth. I mean, I have so many cars just in the yard that need to be worked on, engines I'm building, all kind of stuff going on. But I'm gonna get to it. I had a guy that was supposed to do it and he backed out, and I just didn't have the heart to tell her, no, this lady's a sweetheart, she's a neighbor. You ever get to the point where you know you have too much on your plate and you know damn well you shouldn't be taking something on? That's my life right now. I'm barely sleeping 4 or 5 hours, and I put a dent in it every day, but it's just so much. It feels like it's never gonna end. But there's certain people you just don't want to say no to, and she's definitely one of them. But anybody else, it would have been a hell no. I tried to get another guy over here to do it. I didn't even want the money. I was just going to let him have the money. But his wife had a stroke and has been hospitalized, and he has not been around. They got a bunch of little kids, and the wife being down with the stroke, hospitalized, has really threw a wrench in his system. So he hasn't been able to get over here. I'm keeping him prayed up, but I don't really have anybody else I would trust to come over here and do this, so I'm just gonna have to cowboy up and get it done as best as I can. Today is May the 17th. Mother's Day just passed, this past Sunday, and we're trucking away, so I'm gonna fiddle with it, man. Honestly, I would normally, if I was just working on this, I could have it done in a couple days and give it back to them next week, but it's probably not even gonna be next week. It's probably gonna be at the end of the month when they get this back. But I'd rather do that than to tell them to go somewhere else and get screwed over somewhere else. If they gotta wait 2 weeks to get it, then at least we know it gets done right. Slow progress is better than no progress. And she's a sweetheart and been really patient, and I just didn't have the heart to tell her no. They've had this car since new. They're giving it to the granddaughter, and it's just really unfortunate what happened. So Green Star lifetime warranty. We'll work on it like it was my own mama's car, and she'll be happy when she gets it back. We'll do everything. I made her spend some money on the extra parts, but in the end, it'll all work out. I guess I could end the video by showing you some of the parts. They're not all here, but there's a few parts that we're missing, of course, but the majority of the parts are in the trunk. Yeah, how you like them apples? Everything is good quality stuff. Your mechanic is only as good as the stuff you give them, you know? Keep that in mind, people. So this is the original Nissan coolant. I told her I need 2 of these because this is the 50/50 preluted one. I'm gonna need a minimum 2. I mean, ideally you'd have 3, but at least 2 of them. Got us a box of brake cleaner, some wonton. Oh no, this isn't wonton. This is Japanese Denso brake cleaner, because this thing is a mess, and if you're gonna work on it, make it look like you worked on it and clean it up. Nissan quality transmission fluid for CVTs. You don't want to put anything other than this in it. I saw what drained out. I measure what came out, and that's pretty much how much I put back in it. Any extra, I'll just have her keep in the trunk for whenever she needs to top off. But I am going to drop the pan. I got all the fluids draining right now. But yeah, all good quality fluids. We didn't go with Nissan oil. Come on, y'all are being dramatical if you think you need Nissan oil. High mileage, full synthetic Valvoline 5W30. This is good enough. It'll get her done. We are putting a brand new K&N permanent air filter with a lifetime warranty on it in there. Like I said, even the cabin filter, because what you breathe in the cabin is important too. And that never breaks the bank. They're cheap. Look at that. What do you know? A rear main seal get up. I've bought a lot of the stuff from Car Parts Wiz on eBay. He's a good dude. I haven't had issues ordering from him. We got a water pump. Yeah. Water pump. Just because, why not? You're already there. And we got some Permatex gasket maker. Intake gasket set. We got motor mounts. We got throttle body gasket. More motor mounts. We got a Dayco quality serpentine belt. Can't go wrong with that. Like I said, folks, PCV valve. Positive crank ventilation valve. Pretty important. What do we got here? Thermi. Yeah, there's your thermi. We got some bolts. It looks like this is for one of the motor mounts. And I don't know what was in there, but it ain't in there no more. Fuel injector O-rings. This is enough to do two fuel injectors. We need another pack to do the other two. Here is your motor mounts. We got 1, 2, 3 motor mounts. I thought this engine came with 4 motor mounts, but apparently 3 is what it has. What else do we have hiding back here? Like I said, folks, brand new valve cover. And these already come with the PCV valve inserted, but these PC valves are so cheap, I'll have her hold on to this extra one in here somewhere. Just had the dang thing. Here it is. Because these should be changed periodically, like every 15-30K max. You should be replacing a positive crank ventilation valve, PCV valve. So all the crankcase pressure that builds up in your engine, that's like a check valve that helps relieve the pressure. And when it gets clogged, that pressure is not getting relieved, and it'll blow out your gaskets and your seals and create leaks. Stupid cheap, very important to have. The main reason why I made her get a valve cover, like I explained before, the tube seals. These are all brand new, yummy, nice and flexible. Rubber, it does come with a gasket already inserted. I never add gook to these. There's only 2 spots that I put a little dab in each corner, and that's it. We'll use the same oil lid. I am missing ignition coils and fuel injectors. We are replacing those with new ones. I'm missing quite a few things from the list that I gave her. This is not everything that I gave her. I need to get on her about where's the rest of it. But I got 2 weeks, so I'll get on her to order it now, and then hopefully by next week when I'm putting it all back together, everything has arrived. But yeah, we're looking good. I'm gonna close here for now and give you a closing side shot of the car. I'm starting the engine swap out here because I'm in the last day of this big project over here, and I just kind of wanted to get fluids drained and everything out here tonight and tear it apart and see what went wrong with it. And I'll end up lowering it back down once. I still got to get the coolant out. I got transmission fluid out, and I got engine oil out. These transmission pans have a drain bolt peg that you can empty out right there. Mosquitoes up under here real bad. I am going to drop this pan and get a good look at the filter in there. I think those are reusable filters. You just clean and put back. If not, we'll replace it. I am dropping that complete oil pan just to get all the broken metal out of it. So I'll be doing that tonight. And I don't like messes in my garage. Like I said, I measure the fluid that came out. Look how black the fluid in the transmission was. It ain't never been done. That's some black fluid. It should be red. The transmission fluid should be serviced every 50K, y'all. At 50, at 100, 150, so on. And you can't really see the hole in the block from here, barely, but you can see this whole thing is dirty everywhere. So we're gonna use a lot of brake cleaner to clean all this. But like I said, I'm gonna start draining everything out here and do a little bit of tear down out here when I get a chance. Like earlier today, it rained, so now I have to do this at night. They say we're supposed to get some more rain tonight, but you know, like I said, inch by inch, anything is a cinch. So every chance I get, I'll be jumping on it. And as soon as I get this out of here, which is, I'm very like, I'm right there with that. I'll be able to get this down on the ground and won't have no fluids and just push it in, and then I'll finish it inside. But I'll give you all a sneaky peek of what I've been doing over here. Complete rebuild on this truck, pretty much. All new suspension, new bump stops, new rear end stuff, everything painted. This truck does have a fifth wheel and gooseneck attachment for it. And it is a 1500, and I bought it like that. I didn't do that myself. And that's why they blew up the transmission to it. So I put a stronger transmission in it, and I upgraded the suspension with these super spring helpers that you attach on top of your springs. And I'm also got new bump stops for now, but I'm going to end up removing the bump stops and putting in an airbag on top of the new shocks. This is the Z71 4x4 GMC Sierra. Dirty hands, clean money. I like it. The interior is not too bad. It's a mess right now. It's got a nice little interior. I'm going to be putting a nice little head unit in it and stuff like that. It is extended cab. So I got to put fluids in it. That's about where I'm at. I got to finish the radio install, put fluids in it, and clean up the engine a little bit and put the grill back on it. But this will give you an idea of what I've been doing. I mean, everything. The motor, I did spark plugs and wires. That's about all I did to the motor. For now, it was running good. I put a lift kit on it, so I painted the torsion bars when I had them off. I put new lower control arms in it from Detroit Axle. Shout out to DetroitAxle.com. If you don't know, now you know. I love ordering from them online. O'Reilly's wanted what I paid Detroit for 2 lower control arms. O'Reilly's wanted to charge me for 1. That's the best way I could say it. So say 50% less than what I would have paid at O'Reilly's Auto Parts. I went with purple on this truck. The upper control arms I could not find in purple. The sway bar bushings I could not find in purple. The bump stops I could not find in purple. The extended shocks I could not find in purple. But that was the theme, purple and black. So we got a little mixture now because we went with these Hydro 7000s from Skyjacker. It's gonna have a 4-inch lift on it, and we need to with the torsion keys that I put in it, and we need to have upper control arm that is designed for up to a 4-inch lift on the suspension, and that's what that control arm is. We have Moog sway bar links, we have Moog outer and inner tie rods, we have a Moog steering rod, we have Moog bushings. Everywhere you look is Moog. We did, the truck came with spacers. I'm going to be adding these pointy studs to it. And I guess I'll lay down and show y'all a peeky of everything underneath. Okay, so there you go. There, let's see, there's your steering rod. It's a Moog. I just painted everything purple. I replaced the front differential, painted it black. You can see it there. I replaced my pitman arm. I replaced my idler arm and bushings for it up top. Everything pretty much under here was replaced, new starter, new oil pan. The oil pan was dropped. I got a magnetic drain plug that's gonna be going in the oil pan. I had to get the exhaust out to replace the transmission. Got a complete AC Delco solenoid kit and shift kit installed, upgraded torque converter. Should be able to tow. We'll see. Like I said, the theme was purple from the torsion bars all the way back, purple and black. Everything you would think needs to be done was done. I haven't put the front drive shaft in because I have to get a pigtail for this O2 sensor. The clip broke and I need to get a pigtail for that. And the drive shaft will be on my way for the front if I do that now. Painted everything, the transfer case black, transmission purple. There is a plug here that I'm not sure where it goes. I need to find that. But this truck has dual something mufflers. It sounds good. It's duals from there back, and then it cuts into a one piece here, and then from here to the front it's duals again. So I'm probably gonna end up cutting here and going duals from here to there and having true duals. I have the space to do it, so I'm gonna go to a muffler shop and have that done. I got my drive shaft back in it, all the way back to the rear end where I already showed y'all. Everything back there is new. All new fuel filter, you name it. Everything that needed to be done under here was done. Oh, it's time to crawl out. So, like I said, I got to put the fender covers back in here, and I replaced the coolant tank. The one it had in it looked like garbage, and engine's dirty. I got new LED bulbs and new headlights, so it'll look good. I am getting the front grille painted. I taped off the GMC in red, so you'll be able to see that when I peel the tape off, GMC in red. But other than that, I blacked out the grille. What else over here? Let me show you what I'm talking about. Gooseneck installation came with it. I don't plan on pulling fifth wheel, but if I want to, it's there. And when I'm all done, I'm gonna put this on it. It's like a police push bar thing in the front. I'm gonna have it painted and put that on. If I wanted to install that, I got the pins for it. And I have two of them. I have the fifth wheel, and then I have the goose ball set up. I do have a set of bigger tires for the lift kit. I got two of them. I need to get two more. And I got a different set of rims tucked back in the corner over there. 20 inches for them. This is the transmission that the truck came with when I bought it. I'm gonna take that to get rebuilt, just to have as a backup transmission in case this one ever goes out. I got another backup ready to go. I don't have to go to a junkyard and try to find one. So I'm gonna dump about $1,500 rebuild into that and have that ready to go. The tires on this truck are pretty decent, but only one of the rims has a gash in it, and I don't like that. It's a pretty good gash. You can see it took a nice curb somewhere. So I mean, I could Sharpie that black for now, but I don't like that. These are 18s anyways. They are GMC rims. Somebody will buy them off of me. I was thinking to list them for sale. The tires are decent, the tread is decent, but it's just not enough for me, okay? So we're going 20s and we're going 35s because we are lifting it. It's going to be a 4-inch lift on the suspension because I don't like taking the suspension with a full 6-inch lift. It messes up the articulation of your U-joints. It's too much of... it throws off the geometry of your suspension, you know. I got all stainless steel adjusters and everything for my control arms so they won't rust. And you know, I'm happy with a 4-inch lift here. The suspension can handle that without messing too much with the geometry in the suspension. And then what I'm gonna do is do another 3.5 to 4 inches on the body. So it'll be a total of like 7 to 8 inch lift when I'm done. But this right here is the body mount. The cab sits on the frame, and they put 3 to 4 inch blocks there, and that gives you a body lift of 3 to 4 inches. And then you do get 4 inches off of your suspension. So right now I'm in the suspension lift phase, and I'm gonna run it like this and probably finish wearing out those tires, and then I'll do the body lift and put Vigor 35s on it and be sitting nice and pretty, like 7-8 inches up in the air. And obviously I'm gonna take it to get painted. These are magnets. This belongs to one of my guys. It's not my magnet, that's my magnet. They're just magnets. But the truck, you can tell they were mudding in it, and it's all scratched up everywhere you look from brushing up against trees. So it needs a full paint job, but we'll take it to the body shop and we'll get that done. Body shop guy kind of owes me a paint job, so I'm not too concerned with the condition of the paint. GMC Sierra Z71 duals. I'm gonna have to get a drop down hitch now because it's gonna be 4-inch lift. I got a brand new bumper with new tail lights that have brake lights in it, LEDs, pretty cool. And I'm probably gonna go ahead and get this LED strip that runs up underneath it too, especially being that I'm gonna have a body lift, so that body is gonna sit up a little taller. There's gonna be a gap there. I know what to do to fill that gap and not make it look bad, but yeah, so it'll be 8 inches tall. It'll have airbags in the rear. That's the last thing I have to do to the rear. I'm gonna buy a nice expensive drop down hitch, run it on those tires, get a little more life out of those tires, put it in the paint shop, and I should have a pretty bad rig by the time I'm getting this thing out of the paint shop. 8-inch lift, you get it. And I'm building this for my son. This is gonna be his truck. I ride the dually. I like riding dualies. You have more stability when you tow, but if I ever get in a situation where I need him to come bail me out, he'll be able to come bail me out if I get in trouble with this thing. I ride the Ford F350 here, the dually, and it's a big girl, but power stroke with the ATS intercooler system, 7.3. You can't kill these trucks. They run forever, literally. So I'm gonna put some more money in this thing, get it where I want it, and end up getting some different wheels and tires and whatnot for it. This one I'm not lifting, I'm doing like semi-truck wheels and putting it on airbags and actually lowering it. But anyways, did a lot of rambling in this video. I haven't made a video in a while, but got a lot of projects, so all that going on. Man, I haven't even gotten into the other 7.3 over here that I'm redoing the gas tank on and getting it running. I got a full trailer restoration job that I'm doing over there on a bigger trailer. I got this Monte Carlo I just picked up. I got a gas go-kart I'm working on. I got some tractors back there I'm working on. I got a little Honda Civic over here. I'm doing a full rebuild on, stick shift, little Honda Civic. I got another Chevy Silverado 1500 HD truck here. I need to put a fuel pump in and get running. Yeah, it's just a lot of little projects, and there ain't enough hours in the day. I do have a regular job on top of all this, so it gets hectic. But sometimes you just gotta cowboy up and get stuff done, you know. So it's like I'm working on a little bit of everything every chance I get. Stay updated. We will. Oh, I got my John boat in the front. I got 2 more cars in the front. I mean, I could just keep going. And people are always trying to call me and bring me something else, and I'm like, no, go away. I got plenty of work here. But like I said, she's a good lady. We're gonna take care of her. It's just gonna take me 2 weeks instead of 1 because thought I was gonna have help and I don't, and I'm drowning in work as it is. But we'll end the video and saying slow progress is better than no progress. We got it up in the air. We're gonna get everything drained out, and then I'll probably jump back on this tonight, and I gotta fill this with fluids, fill the rear differential, front differential, transfer case, fill the transmission, fill the engine with oil. If I gotta fill everything with fluids, put the wheel fenders in it, put new coolant in it, all new fluids, put the radio in it, you know, get it fired up. So hopefully we can get this out, put the wheels on it, drop it down on the ground, get it out. And then I can get this in the garage and really get that motor tored out a little more comfortably in here. We'll see if it rains tonight or not. You can't let the weatherman dictate your life, especially in Florida. But we'll see what happens. It rained earlier. They said it was going to rain again later. If not, then at least we got that drained out, and tomorrow we'll do a little more to it. I already started taking, like I said, the front of the motor apart. I'm going to start taking the airbox battery out and disconnecting the harness. Next thing I'm going to do here as soon as I'm done with this video is drain all the coolant. I already got transmission fluid out. I need to drain power steering fluid also. So I'll get all the fluids out, make all the mess out here. I could always pressure wash the driveway. You can see it's pretty gross up under that cardboard box. It was a leaker when it came in, so I'm gonna have to pressure wash out here and all that. I'd rather pressure wash out here than have to pressure wash my garage floor. My garage floor is pretty clean right now for a mechanic garage. So anyways, long video. I'm gonna end it here saying stay tuned. I will definitely make more videos to come on this. I may or may not make another video on the truck. That's more personal. It's my son's, and you're lucky I even showed it to you because I don't like putting his stuff all over the internet. But yeah, I mean, I never had a truck that nice at his age given to me. But that's what we do. We always try to make it a little better for the next generation than we had it. Don't know why we do that, but that's what we do. Anyways, thanks for watching. Another video on that car for sure. And it's just when the customer's in here and they can't see what's going on with the car, it covers your ass, but it also documents and it's proof of what was done and when it was done. So the purpose of the video is not to get likes or subscribes or followers. It's just kind of to cover what I'm doing, when I did it, and how I did it. Anyways, have a good night. It's time for dinner. So we'll catch you on the next video. God bless.